I'm Ann Cates. Former Texas Governor Rick Perry has formally launched his bid for the White House, and correspondent Dana Bash reports this campaign will be different than 2012.
They insist that he wasn't himself 4 years ago. He was recovering from back surgery, so physically he was not himself, and also because he admits himself, I've talked to him about this several times, he wasn't prepared. He has been preparing big time, both on policy and performance.
Hundreds of mourners are in line at the state capitol building in Dover, Delaware this afternoon, where the body of Beau Biden will lie in state in the Senate chamber. Vice President Joe Biden and his family are there. Beau Biden, Delaware's former attorney general, died last week of brain cancer. A viewing will be held tomorrow at a church in Wilmington, Delaware, and Biden's funeral has been scheduled for Saturday. President Barack Obama will deliver the eulogy during the funeral mass. A sell-off underway on Wall Street. The Dow down 163 points, the NASDAQ off 41. I'm Ann Cates.
Wendy's presents Red in Office Harmony.
So many things to do.
Okay, try this Wendy's fruit tea chiller.
So refreshing. Pineapple, blueberry, and is that green tea?
Yep, honest tropical green tea. Ready to tackle that inbox now?
I'm on it like sand on a beach.
Wendy's new fruit tea chillers. Handshaken mashups of real fruit purees, juices, and naturally flavored organic honest tropical green tea. Try blueberry, pineapple, or orange mango.
Now that's better.
At participating Wendy's for a limited time.
If you like painting and saving, ask Sherwin-Williams and save 40% on paints and stains during our 4-day super sale, June 5th through the 8th. With 40% off our exceptional paints and stains and 30% off painting supplies, you can give your whole home a color makeover. But hurry, these savings are so super, they won't be around for long. Find your nearest store at sherwinwilliams.com/sale. Retail sales only, some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Broadcasting more local radio programs than any other station in California. We are KCAA.
Good afternoon, 12:02. I'm Di Rice with the very latest in live local news, heard only here on KCAA 1050 AM. Early this morning, just after 4, while on routine patrol near the intersection of Barton Road and Mountain View Avenue, Loma Linda deputies noticed a male adult loitering near several closed businesses adjacent to the Walmart store. During contact with the male, deputies identified him as Dalton Radke. Radke was carrying what appeared to be a heavily loaded backpack at the time of contact. During their contact, deputies conducted a search and found in his backpack a dangerous weapon, and it was identified as a billy club. Radke was taken into custody at that time. During the investigation, Radke admitted to being an active South Side Inland Empire gang member. He was transported and booked at the Central Detention Center for violation of possession of a dangerous weapon. And early yesterday morning at about 2, sheriff's deputies responded to the report of a gun being fired in the apartment complex at 674 West 41st Street and the northern portion of San Bernardino. Upon arrival, deputies were directed to an upstairs apartment where the gun was believed to have been fired. The suspect, 22-year-old Austin Washington, was discovered to have recently been released from jail and was on active felony probation for a prior weapons violation. As a result, deputies conducted a probation search of Washington's residence and located 2 fully loaded and functional semi-automatic 9mm handguns. Deputies also located a bullet hole in an exterior wall and followed it to an occupied ground floor apartment directly below Washington's. Nobody was injured and Washington was arrested. And Loma Linda University Health, San Bernardino, the new healthcare and educational center in downtown, will be completed in the spring of 2016. The 150,000 square foot facility located on 250 South G Street will expand healthcare access, educational, and economic opportunities for the Inland Empire. The facility will also be an educational center for wholeness health education and for an innovative new program called the San Manuel Gateway College. This outreach will offer a number of entry-level health career certificate programs such as nursing, medical, and dental assisting. And these 6 to 12-month programs will provide job skills, preparing students for employment in the healthcare field. and future educational advancement. The San Manuel Gateway College was made possible through a generous landmark donation of $10 million from the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians. And that is the latest in news. Checking out your weather. More clouds today. Actually, for the next week, you've got some clouds in the sky with highs only into the 70s for the next couple of days. By Sunday, we should be reaching about 86, and overnight lows tonight about 57. Looking at the freeways, nothing going on here in the Inland Empire. In Temecula, you do have some stopped traffic on the 15 northbound between Rancho, California and Front Street. And in Murrieta, there is an accident blocking the left lane, 15 northbound, just before the 215. And that is a crash with a semi-truck blocking the left lane. And it is pretty slammed in that area. That is the only issue out there. That is the latest with news, traffic, and weather on the station that leaves no listener behind, KCAA 1050 AM.
It's been a huge witness for us to be able to share that.
It was time to get serious.
Intentionality, people.
Celebrate the success.
Thank you so much.
This is your show, America.
If I knew at 22 what I know now, our life would be better off.
It's the show that's changing the world. Now you don't just listen to the show, you live it. Live from the headquarters of Ramsey Solutions, it's the Dave Ramsey Show, where debt is dumb, cash is king, and the paid-off home mortgage has taken the place of the BMW as the status symbol of choice. I'm Dave Ramsey, your host. This is your show, America. Thank you for joining us. Open phones this hour at 888-825-5225. That's 888-825-5225. Corey is in New York City to start off this hour. Hi, Corey. How are you?
Good. How are you doing today, Dave?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Nothing much. I just graduated from college, debt-free, and have a job lined up. But I'm looking to get a new car in the next few years. So I was just wondering if you had any advice on how I should go about saving up for that. I know it's an unusual question, so to say.
No, it's not. It's a great question. Because it's the number one mistake people your age graduating from college make is they go out and take out car payments. And so you're very wise to ask this question, especially at your particular point in life, since it's the number one mistake. So, good. Well, I think it's pretty simple. We do some sixth grade math, and we establish a target goal and then do some division. And by that, I mean, if you want to buy a $12,000 car 12 months from now, you need to save $1,000 a month, right?
Yep.
If you want to buy a $24,000 car 24 months from now, you need to save $1,000 a month. A $12,000 car 24 months from now, you need to save $500 a month.
Okay.
What are you driving now?
Right now I drive a 99 Altima.
Okay, cool. So you've got wheels. It's not much, but you got wheels.
Exactly.
And you may want to two-step it. I mean, you may not want to save for your dream car. You may just want to move up out of the junk.
Yeah, I was looking at about a $12,000 car in 3 years.
Oh, in 3 years? Really? So what is your income?
I have about $45,000 a year.
Okay. And you're single?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you probably
could. I have about $35,000 in the bank and about $8,000 in a mutual fund, so I was looking to save up a little bit more before I go out and buy one.
$3,500 or $35,000?
$1,000.
You have $35,000 in the bank?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And the car you're driving is about $1,000 car, isn't it?
Yeah, thereabout.
Okay. My son is 23. If he sat down with me, we have breakfast once a week, and asked me about and told me he was in exactly your situation, what I would tell him to do is go ahead and move up to about a $5,000 car and pay cash for it today.
Okay.
You've got the money. That doesn't, now we got $30,000 and we got 5 times better car. It's still no huge, wonderful car, but it's 5 times better than what you got now.
Yeah, it works out better.
And then if you want to save, and that car will probably do better for your 3-year game plan, to move up in car and save up for it. But you've obviously handled money very well, been very conservative, and or been around a bunch of people that do. That's where this money came from. Money like this doesn't just show up accidentally. Someone saved it, and that's you and or relatives, and you've inherited or had gifted or whatever. But you've been wise enough to not just run out and act like you won the lottery or something. So that's a huge statement about your personal character and maturity in a good way, Corey. So, but I would tell you that you got $35,000 cash in the bank plus $8,000 in addition to that. Yeah, I think you need to buy a $5,000 car probably in the next few weeks and move up in car a little bit and then save and move up from there. Good question, sir. Thank you for joining us. Jason's in Louisville. Hi, Jason. How are you?
I'm doing well. How about you, sir?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
I have a question about purchasing a business. I am a professional pooper scooper in Louisville, Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
I was approached by one of my competitors in the area this morning who would like to exit the business. He says he's got about 59 customers and it generates $35,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the cash to buy it, and I'm not going to take out a loan to do that.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts about paying him from the proceeds of the business if I were to offer him that?
That would be the only way I would do it.
Okay.
And I don't think this business of his has a lot of value.
Okay.
Because after he pays someone to do the work,
mm-hmm.
there's not much profit left.
Right.
So you have to get beyond just buying a job.
Okay.
When you're opening a business. Because, in other words, here's the way you calculate the value of a business. The value of the business is after all of the labor and management and costs have been paid, what is the profit? Right. And that profit as a return on your investment. And so since I live in Nashville, were I to buy his business, I would have to hire someone to do the work, wouldn't I?
Yes.
And if I were to hire someone to do the work, a whole lot of his $35,000 would go away.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And so, if I paid somebody $30,000 a year to do the work, I'm going to make $5,000 a year on owning this business. And if I want to make 5% on my money, which would be nuts, that means that business is worth $100,000. If I want to make 10% on my money, that means that business is worth $50,000. But let me tell you, in a small business, what you want to make. You want to make at least 25% on your money. Okay. And so the maximum that this business is worth under any circumstances, if we paid somebody $30,000 to do the work, would be somewhere around $20,000.
Okay.
What's he offering to sell it for?
I'm going to meet with him tomorrow to discuss more of the details.
He's not priced it to you at all?
Not yet. He knows me from doing some referral work with him, and he trusts me to take on his customers. So he offered it to me before anybody else in the market.
Okay. Well, that's very nice. That's good. As long as he's not smoking dope on the price, right?
Right.
Okay. Absolutely. So I'm just telling you, even if you're going to pay him out of the proceeds, no more than $20,000.
Got it.
And I just made that up on the spot, but I'm not far off.
Okay.
Because if you were going to hire somebody to service 59 customers, would it cost you $30,000 a year to do that?
If I were to hire somebody, probably, yeah.
Yeah. And in your case, you're probably a fairly small operation, so you partially own a business and you partially own your job.
Right.
But if all your business makes you is enough to pay is to make a living out of it, and that's all, then you basically own your job, which is how you start a business, by the way. It's not a bad thing. That's where it starts. But when you get other people working for you and the work is getting done and you make an income out of the business, a reasonable for leading the business, and then there's a profit, now you own a business. But before that, you own a job, and that's where we all start. So when I started this thing, I owned my job. That's all I did. I was a counselor and speaker and doing a little bit of radio, and I owned my job. All the profits together added up to less than a decent income when I started. So, there's no harm in starting that way, but that's how you want to view this in terms of paying him or pricing this. Don't give this too much value. He's got a limited market on what he can sell it to, who he can sell it to, who can come up with that kind of money. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
Desperate? Nothing to do? Just like some abuse?
Oh, God!
Well, then tune into The Poor Man weekdays at 2 p.m. on KCAA 1050 AM.
Kcaa.
If you can't seem to stay ahead of your bills, then this message is for you. How would you like to have a large portion of your credit card debt, medical bills, and department store debt forgiven? National Credit Card Relief would like to give you free information on a proven debt forgiveness program. This program has been used by thousands to legally forgive millions in unsecured debt. It's not bankruptcy. It's not consolidation. This special program actually wipes clean the portion of your debt that is forgiven from what you owe your creditors. Call for free information and get all your questions answered in the first free call. The more you owe, the more you can save. If you have at least $10,000 or more in credit card bills, this debt forgiveness program can be very effective. Call for free information and find out more now. 800-546-2909. There is no cost or obligation for the information. Don't wait. Call 800-546-2909. That's 800-546-2909. Get your debt problem solved. Call 800-546-2909 today.
Come visit the all-new Tiger Trail at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park. Get an early start and have a bountiful buffet breakfast at Tiger Trail Sambutan Longhouse while watching these majestic creatures. A tiger keeper will be on hand to share stories about these fascinating felines and will invite one of the tigers to join the session. Then explore the Tiger Trail's 5.2 acres, watch the tigers climb rocks, swim in ponds, and nap in tall grasses. See these beautiful animals up close, all at the new Tiger Trail at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park. Go to San Diego Zoo Safaripark.org.
Are your student loans making life miserable? Optimum Student Solutions can now help consolidate your federal student loans. That's right, we can help lower your monthly payment on your federal student loans. In some cases, you can lower your monthly payments in half. It doesn't matter how much you owe, even if you are in default on your federal student loans. Just call us right now and find out if you qualify for these substantial savings. We'll help you remove your default status, lower your monthly payments, and stop wage garnishments. Let our experts eliminate the confusion and find the best payment solution for you. All you have to do is make the call. If you are a teacher, nurse, police officer, firefighter, or work for a nonprofit, new federal programs are available that may have a portion of your student loan forgiven. Stop worrying and start saving. Call now, 800-375-1159. That's 800-375-1159. Get free information. Call now, 800-375-1159. That's 800-375-1159.
Financial words of wisdom with Market Wrap host Mo Ansari.
Staying out of the market is the most dangerous thing you can do for your financial future.
If you continue to spend like a drunken sailor, you're going to run out of money. This is not poker. This is your financial future.
It's helpful financial food for thought on your drive home with a host who tells it like it is. Market Wrap with Mo Ansari. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on KCAA 1050 AM, the station that leaves no listener behind.
1050 AM. Don't forget that number. And for you young people who got here by accidentally fat-fingering your FM band selector, we're an AM radio station. And AM refers to more than just the time of day.
Comes from Blinds.com. What else do you get at Blinds.com besides free color samples, free expert advice, and affordable window treatments? How about dinner and a movie? With any purchase of $2.99 or more during the month of June, that's what you get. Go to blinds.com/easy for details. Limit 1 per household. Question comes from Alexis in Texas. I'm starting to get my life back on track after a rather nasty divorce. I've been working with a collection agency to pay off a credit card debt. Yesterday, I received a collections letter from a different agency for the same debt. How do I handle that? Well, if you're close to paying it off, continue to work with the one you've been working with. Get it paid off. Get proof that you have met the obligation that it's paid off. And then let the new people with the new letter know that it was paid off when it was at the people before them. The problem you're dealing with credit card collectors is they are two things. They are mean and they are stupid. And that's what you run into. And if you're a credit card collector and you don't like what I just said, you should get a different job because you're mean and you're stupid. They're incompetent. They lie. They don't know the federal law. They break the law all the time. These debts are sold off for pennies, like 5, 6, 7 cents on the dollar. They're moved around all the time. They don't keep good records. And even when they do, they lie. And so that's the kind of thing you're running into, Alexis. And it's what you're going to run into. So they've sold this debt or they've moved the collection of it to another place and hadn't bothered to tell you and continued to collect money from you. However, the former place was the agent, the original place, and if you pay it off there and they give you, and you have proof that it was paid there with the contacts, with the checks you've been giving them or whatever you've been giving them, make sure you keep records that then you've got proof the debt has been paid and the other people bought a debt that doesn't exist if they moved it, or they bought the right to collect on a debt that doesn't exist anymore, and you've just got to work that through. But I would stay with the one you're with as long as you're pretty close to knocking it out. And go ahead and tell the other people, too, you got a letter from somebody else on the same debt. That'll shake them up. Yeah. Hey, folks, there's a brand new sale that launched today at DaveRamsey.com. It's perfect for summer road trips. What we did, we took all of our best digital audio books and audio lessons that are in our store. All of them are over 50% off. And some of the audio books start out at just $1. So we're talking digital audio books like the Total Money Makeover, Entree Leadership, the kids' audio books that teach your kids about money, the new audio books like Smart Money, Smart Kids, and The Legacy Journey. By the way, the books that I write, I voice the audio books. So it's me reading you the book. And so this is the commuter special. Everything's happening right there on sale. And you can download tons of hours of great content for your daily commute or maybe some of your summer road trips. It's all just air. We're just moving some air over to you, some MP3 type stuff, right? These digital audio books and other digital products that we've got. Check it all out at DaveRamsey.com. Huge summer sale started today. Edwin's in Kansas City. Hi, Edwin. How are you?
Hello, Dave. First time caller. I've been listening for a long time. I want to give you accolades for the help you've given thousands of people, maybe close to a million.
Well, thank you, sir.
I do have a question.
Okay.
I'm retired, Navy, and I receive my Social Security.
Thank you for your service.
I'm a senior citizen, 73, and I have a wife and 2 young children in the Philippines. I will be contemplating on moving there within about a year, and I'm not coming back to the States. I'll be giving up my U.S. addresses. At any rate, my query is that the stock investments I have, they've advised me that when I no longer have a U.S. address, I can no longer make investments. I can't I want to buy 100 shares of this or whatever. And so my money can stay in there and draw the dividends and what have you, capital gains, but I cannot invest or move, sell this stock to buy that stock. I can sell, but I can't buy. And so I'm just, where's a good place to park my money at until I get settled down in the Philippines and decide then what to do. Yeah. And when you might go overseas, according to customs, all you can pack with you in cash is $10,000.
That's true.
and I've always taken that on my previous trips to take care of expenses while I'm there. Mm-hmm. But this time, and I don't know how difficult it's going to be to get a bank account. My wife has a bank account there in the Philippines under her name. She is not a U.S. citizen. My children are. But so I got a lot of things I'm going to be dealing with in the next year or so. But I thought I'd jump my decide, hey, I'm going to contact Dave Ramsey. He might have a good idea.
So does your current bank have online banking available?
Yeah, I do online banking, and I could probably keep my bank accounts and transfer the money.
Yeah, I think you can do that. As far as the investing part goes, I think you're going to have to do a little bit more investigation. And what I would tell you to do there is to get in touch with one of our endorsed local providers and see how they can set you up an account to allow you to continue to invest. See what the steps are to do that. But the only people investing in U.S. company stocks are domiciled in the U.S. is not a true statement. I mean, we're all well aware that people in other countries buy stock in U.S. companies. So the trick is to learn how to put that together and do it. Obviously, the company you're working with doesn't do that. And I don't know the exact steps or the exact process because I don't fool with that stuff every day. But I do have people that I endorse that are in the investment business that will be able to give you the answer, and they may be able to serve you, actually, in the process. So at DaveRamsey.com, click on ELP for investing, and they'll sit down with you and help you solve this problem in more detail, a more tactical way than I did. But I'm pretty sure you can work it out. It's just going to require some work. So thanks for the call. Open phones at 888-825-5225. Kathy is in Naples, Florida. Hi, Kathy. How are you?
I'm fine, Dave. And you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Well, that's wonderful. All right, I just want some guidance. I have no guaranteed retirement except Social Security, which is about $1,500 a month and covers my mortgage payment and my condo fees. And my husband died last year, so I don't know what my yearly income will be, but I did go back to work this year and earn about $20,000. I'm in real estate. Anyway, I have about $1 million, and I'm looking at going into some kind of program that will guarantee me a steady income. I have a money manager. I was very well off with them, and then 2008 and 2009 happened, and I lost 60% of my net worth. So right now I've been talking to a person I have annuities with, and my husband had annuities with. She wants about $400,000 to give me a return of $30K for about 20 years. And then I'm looking at two other certified financial planners who I will probably split the difference with. But I'm looking for some assurance or thoughts or guidance.
Okay. You lost 60% of your net worth and none of it recovered.
Well, some of it recovered. I had over $1 million, and I now have about $600,000.
Okay. And what was that invested in?
Stocks.
Oh, single stocks.
As I said to them, they were good at making money, but not holding on to it.
Single stocks.
Yes.
Okay. Because the stock market, you're probably aware, went from $14,000 to $6,500, and now is at $18,000.
Right, and I understand all that.
And so were you invested in an S&P 500, you would have taken $1 million to $500,000 to $1.5 million.
Well, unfortunately, I don't think the return has been what it should for the amount of money that we had invested.
Yeah, you think you were playing single stocks and took a lot of risk is what it sounds like. I don't think you're looking for guarantees, but I think you are looking for something with a better track record and a lot less volatility than single stocks. Guarantees are going to mean you get no rate of return on your money. And
right, I understand that.
I'm a fan of growth stock mutual funds. Were I in your shoes, were you my sister, and I sat down with you over a cup of coffee, I'm 55, and you're sitting there with $1 million, what I would tell you to do is to put some in an annuity, a variable annuity that's invested in mutual funds because it's got some guarantees, few estate planning benefits, so 300 of that's fine. I'm okay with that, or 400. Not 400 out of your 600, though. No, I wouldn't do that. I'd do about 200 out of the 600 there. And the other 400, I'd start looking at good mutual funds with good long track records with one of our endorsed local providers.
My name is Clay Toomey. I'm from Forney, Texas. My life kind of felt stale, and I wanted to pursue things that excited me. And so there were really no limits to what kind of excitement I wanted to get after.
I used to be a bank robber, and I served some time in prison. And yes, sir.
I was actually a very arrogant person. I thought I was it. And a lot of that arrogance manifested itself in the bank robbery. Somehow I'm getting away with it, so it fed into my ego, and there was a lot of that going on. But there was also that self-loathing type of thing where I had just resigned my life to failure at that point. When my son was born, it just had no appeal to me anymore. There was no joy, there was no excitement, there was no thrill. I was like, you know what? I got a 2-month-old baby who has a daddy robbing banks, and it's absurd. I finally called the police, and I told them I have some information regarding a bank robbery, and I said, well, I'd like to turn myself in, I guess. I don't know what you want me to do. He said, well, where are you at? I was at a hotel. He said, don't leave, we'll come. And about 45 minutes later, the SWAT team came and took me to jail. And when I went to sleep in that grimy jail cell with no blankets, and it was just dirty, I experienced a peace that was unlike anything that I had experienced before that. And when I woke up the next morning, it was my first day to wake up.
This is KCAA.
California headline news. 4-mile stretch of coastline in Long Beach closed yesterday after tar balls washed ashore. The beach remains closed today. 55 gallons of the substance collected overnight. Long Beach Fire Chief Mark Dury says the source of the tar balls is under investigation, but they're different from what's normally seen there.
It's a considerably different consistency. It's considerably larger. We're not seeing it on the surface of the water. However, it is coming on subsurface and rolling up on our beach. So this is what's causing us concern now. This is much different than what we typically see.
Candlelight vigil for an unarmed college student shot and killed by police in Long Beach. A friend saying 20-year-old Ferris Morad was high on mushrooms, had fallen out of a window, and was covered in blood.
He was in a state of utter distress, like he didn't know where he was, and he kept moving toward and wasn't responding to the officer.
New trial for Ingmar Guandike, the man convicted of killing Chandra Levy, the Modesto native who was serving as a Washington, D.C. intern. Geico weather, more dry conditions, slightly cooler temperatures. Jeff Scott, California News.
The 30-year fixed-rate mortgage. It's as American as apple pie. However, over the last 7 years or so, Americans who can't use a tax return or pay stub to qualify have been shut out. Until now, Cash Call Mortgage is happy to announce its new 30-year fixed-rate mortgage up to $3 million for good credit borrowers who can't or won't provide their tax returns or pay stubs. Your payment will never change. Until now, these programs have only been available as some kind of adjustable, and you know which way those adjustables will eventually go. So call 844-890-CASH for all of your 30-year fixed-rate mortgage needs, purchase or refinance. You can even pull up to $500,000 in equity out of your house for any reason whatsoever. Remember, that's 844-890-CASH to find out what today's 30-year fixed rate is with no tax returns. You'll be shocked at how low these rates are.
Impact Mortgage Corp. DBA Cash Call Mortgage. Equal housing lender. Call 866-900-8744 for terms and restrictions. California Department of Business Oversight. Residential Mortgage Lender Law License 4131083. NMLS 128231.
Are you particular about the vitamins and supplements you take? Have you found that the big chain stores simply don't have what you need? Then you should know about the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills. You'll find rock-bottom prices on gourmet, top-quality vitamins and mineral supplements at the Vitamin Center. Get 30% off on all supplements and homeopathic products. All, not just selected merchandise. In addition, you'll find 30% off on all cosmetics, soaps, shampoos, toothpaste, makeup, hair coloring, and lip gloss. And all tea products are discounted 20%. Why go anywhere else? See for yourself at the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills, 5007 Canaan Road in Agora Hills. Or check out the savings and place your order online, VitaminCenterAgoraHills.com. Start saving by getting what you need from the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills. And tell a friend that the Vitamin Center ships nationwide. Call 818-707-0005. That's 818-707-0005. The Vitamin Center of Agora Hills.
It's time for some Dillylicious food at Pizza Dilly. Pizza Dilly Pizza in Colton, home of the famous 2-foot pizza with 32 slices of simply the best Dillylicious Pizza Dilly mouth-watering pizza. Pizza Dilly has all kinds of lunch specials Monday through Friday, starting at $3.99, all Dillylicious. Stop by, refresh, refuel, have a cold drink, enjoy a tasty salad or a great specialty Dillylicious sub sandwich, or simply Dilly-lightful Pizza Dilly wings. Pizza Dilly is also a People Dilly because your friends are all already there enjoying one of Pizza Dilly's giant screens, watching one of their favorite teams, and if you love the Dodgers, you'll love Pizza Dilly, your hometown Dodger station, all year round. Come on in, enjoy a great pizza, enjoy Pizza Dilly, the real Dilly deal at 194 East Valley Boulevard in Colton, or call 909-370-0242. Once again, that's 909-370-0242.
This is KCAA.
In the lobby of Ramsey Solutions, Jason and Nicole are with us. Hey, guys, how are you?
Doing well, Dave. How are you?
Better than I deserve. Welcome, welcome. Where are you all from?
We're from Mooresville, North Carolina.
Fun. Welcome to Nashville. Good to have you. So you're here to do your debt-free scream?
Yes, sir.
I love it. How much have you paid off?
$64,000 in 22 months.
Good. Making what kind of money?
Started at $132, and at the very end got up to $140.
Way to go. Good. And what do you guys do for a living?
I'm a marketing communications coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm an engineer.
Awesome. Very good. So what kind of debt was the $64,000?
Well, it was student loans, primarily, credit cards, vehicle loans.
Everything. You name it.
Kind of normal?
Yep.
Yeah, just walking along with $64,000 worth of debt, just like it's okay. And so something happened that caused you to want to get out of debt 22 months ago. Tell me about it.
Well, we had went through a pretty rough time. We lost our pug, Diesel, he was 5 years old, very quickly came on. We racked up about $7,000 worth of debt in about 2 weeks trying to save him. We lost him. It was really hard. We were looking, we weren't getting what we needed out of our church, found a new church, and the first time we sat down in the bulletin, there was an ad for FPU. So we were like, you know what, might as well try it. And from then, it was history.
Wow. Good for you. Pugs are special.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, we had one named Heaven that went to heaven last summer. So,
I'm sorry.
And all pugs go to heaven, by the way, if you didn't know. So
they do.
Yes, they do.
Very cool. Hey, so you go through Financial Peace University, and that does it. You just go, okay, we're doing this.
We bought it hook, line, and sinker right away.
So no big resistance, no heel prints in the parking lot, nothing like that. You're ready to go.
We were all in, and I've traditionally been the nerd. And
you mean the engineer is the nerd? Really?
Kind of brought her along with me, and now it's it's awesome. We're both on the same page, month in, month out. It feels so easy right now.
When you sat down to do the budget for the first time, and you looked at the money you were making versus the money that was going out, tell me about that experience.
It was a sick feeling, knowing that the money that we were bringing in, and we really had nothing to show for it.
I had no idea where it was going.
No, payday felt like a pass-through. Everything came into the checking account, and everything went right back out.
Yeah. And then when you sit down and look at the actual math, you go, where is it going?
Yeah.
And so you do feel like you got a raise.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. The first time we did it and, put a value to every dollar or assigned a location, it was like we got a raise. Didn't realize we had as much money as we did.
Cool. Very cool. Well, congratulations, you two. This is very fun. So when friends of yours here or your family hears you paid off $64,000 worth of debt in 22 months and they say, how did you do that? What do you tell them the keys to getting out of debt are?
I think first and foremost is just being on the same page, communicating and, both being part of it instead of just one of us.
Mm-hmm.
And we both have to buy in. I think that's very important that you both have to want it. And
the cornerstone of the whole deal is the budget. I had always done what I thought was a budget prior to realizing the Dave Ramsey budget, and doing that month in, month out. And it's never, this month looks the same as next month. Always changing that. We have our committee meeting. We actually do it every payday, just to make sure that we're still on track. And the big part of it was, the first couple months, you'd screw this up. You wouldn't fund enough for this.
And a little trial and error.
It was just tweaking it, and it just kept tweaking and tweaking till you got it right, and then about the third or fourth month, we were on par.
Yeah, it takes about 3 months to get it going. That's why I always tell people 90 days to get the little rough spots smoothed out. There's a little trial and error involved, a little bit of experimentation. And you find out what doesn't work, and then you find out what does, and kind of get it all polished in. Very cool. So what was the last debt to pay off? Student loan?
Student loans, yep.
So you hit the button and say, Sally Mae, hit the street.
Gone.
You have your eviction notice, old lady. Get out of here.
We had always been under the thought that student loan was good debt, as if there was such a thing.
Yeah.
And that we were just to the point that we were going to have this debt for the rest of our lives or till it paid off, and so it would go. And so once that was gone, it was like a huge weight off your shoulders.
You know how it's not good debt? When you're smiling when it's gone.
Yeah.
If it was good debt, you wouldn't be smiling when it left.
Right.
You know, everybody, this is good debt. Oh, bull. You know, that's just a bunch of crap. People throw that stuff around. It always tickles me. It's like, well, if you didn't have it, would that be good? Yeah. Well, then how's that good debt? You know, it just... People's heads are backwards. So this is so fun, you guys. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And you got one baby I saw out there.
That was Roman was part of it was during the debt-free, during the 22 months. And we actually followed your advice and got to a point where, once we realized the good Lord had blessed us with a new baby on the way, we stopped everything except for the minimum payment and just started stockpiling money.
It just occurred to me, Kelly and Blake, that there's a lot of babies that are born during the process of people getting out of debt. We need to start calling these debt-free babies. we need to nickname all these babies that are born during the... Yeah, just as people are staying home more when they're getting out of debt, apparently. So yeah,
we were, and he truly is. It's a blessing, and this was an opportunity to, as you've always said, change the family tree.
That's it.
We want him to not experience the same things we did.
Yeah, and you can do it. You can make that decision starting today and starting 22 months ago. That is. So you guys are awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
This is very fun. How old are you?
I'm 33.
33 as well.
Very good. All right. I love it. Jason and Nicole and little Roman, Charlotte, North Carolina area. $64,000 paid off. Here he comes into the picture. In 22 months, making $132 to $140 a year. Count it down. Let's hear a debt-free scream.
3, 2, 1.
We're debt-free!
All right. That is fun. Yeah, you're listening to the sound of a family tree being changed. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I haven't thought about that or haven't said it that way in a long time, that if it's such good debt, why do you want rid of it? Yeah, if you're smiling when it's gone, you can tell you it wasn't good debt. And if you hate being out of debt and you want to go back into debt, well, you might have found some good debt then. But most people that pay off their debt go, I'm not going back. Are you kidding me? Well, then what was good about it? Tell me. Yeah, that's just a bunch of rationalization, and it's people trying to somehow mathematically entertain the fact that they bought something they couldn't afford is what it comes down to. So very well done, you guys. Very well done. Brian is with us in San Antonio. Hi, Brian. How are you?
Doing well, Dave. How about yourself?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
My question is what is your opinion on the public servant student loan forgiveness? Both my wife and I are educators, and we have a considerable amount of student loan debt.
How much?
And mine is $132,000, and I'm
Lord.
I'm about 2 years away from my doctorate.
Okay.
And hers is somewhere in the vicinity of about $80,000, and she's also almost done with her doctorate.
And what do you guys do? What do you do? Where do you teach?
We're both educators.
I know. At what level?
I'm an elementary school teacher, and she's a deaf ed educator for an entire district. She handles all the...
and so your household income is what?
Our household income right now is a little over $100,000.
Okay. And the student loan forgiveness program you're in is an underserved area, and it's forgiven over 5 years?
It's actually, it is a percentage of our income over a 10-year period.
No, a 10-year period is not, everybody's got that, and that's just a horrible program. No, I don't want you in debt for 10 years.
Okay.
No, we got to clean this out as fast as possible. Some of the underserved programs pay off a big chunk in 5 years, and I'm okay with participating in that. But I'm not gonna put you in indentured servanthood for 10 years. You make $100,000 a year, and your income should be going up as you finish these doctorate programs, hopefully, without any more student loan debt. But you got $100,000 or $210,000 of student loan debt. You make $100,000 a year. So, I mean, you got 6 or 7 years to fight your way through it. But no, I'm not going to tell you to stay in debt. Maybe you can do it in 5 years. But don't go any more in debt. You've gone too far in debt now. The debt you've taken out is not mathematically palatable. Your incomes are not an ROI on what you spent so far. So don't do any more of this. You pay cash for the rest of your education. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
Some people want to deny climate change. Fact is, our air has not had this much carbon for millions of years. There is one thing that can reverse it. I'm Elaine McFadden with Smart Health Talk. Tune in Thursday, 4 p.m. and find out how to save us all on KCAA 1050 AM.
Did you know that your personal information is everywhere? And identity thieves are thinking up new ways to steal it. Without ID theft protection, you could spend hundreds of hours trying to get your life back. For a few dollars a month, Xander ID Theft Solutions can provide you peace of mind. Xander has a 100% recovery rate and offers the most affordable and comprehensive plans, covering all types of ID theft. From financial fraud to medical fraud, Xander has you covered and will do all the cleanup work for you. Visit XanderINS.com or call 1-800-356-4282.
This is KCAA.
What have I learned so far? I've learned that there is no one path right for everyone. I've learned that without my high school diploma, I can only do so much. My options were limited. I found a free personalized learning program with Learn for Life that has a flexible schedule so I could keep my job while earning my high school diploma. I found new career training opportunities that would jumpstart my future. What have I learned so far? I've learned that I can change my life.
Are you 14 to 19 years old and looking for a free high school diploma program with flexible meeting times? This program allows you to keep your job or important family responsibilities while earning your high school diploma. If you've fallen behind on credits or dropped out of school completely, get back on track with free tutoring, a caring faculty, and one-on-one attention. For more information on how to reach your graduation goal, visit learnforlife.org. That's LEARN4LIFE.org. Or enroll today by calling 877-360-LEARN. That's 877-360-LEARN.
If you're like most, your trust in traditional financial advice has taken a big hit in the last few years. So when it comes to your money, investment, and retirement planning, where do you turn now? Who do you listen to? Join us for Smart Money Talk Radio, Mondays from 3 to 4 p.m. for the refreshing, straightforward money and investment strategies of Jim and Lorraine Conaway. With over 44 years of combined experience, the Conaways are here to educate you on how to be smart with your money. Securities offered through J.P. Turner & Company, LLC. Member SIPC.
Like to spend a few days in another world? Then write this down. Golden Bear Cottages, Big Bear Lake. Now, listen, this is not some corporate-owned operation. It's family-owned and operated by some real nice people. Unique? Oh, you bet. Golden Bear Cottages features 28 one-of-a-kind cabins on a 5-acre historic site. Great for families, couples, and groups. And cabins are available with 1 to 7 bedrooms. Golden Bear Cottages is just a stone's throw from Big Bear Lake and super close to 3 great ski areas. Now, I could go on all day about Golden Bear Cottages in Big Bear, but to see everything, just go to goldenbear.net. Again, goldenbear.net. Golden Bear Cottages in Big Bear. Clean, comfortable, and affordable. Check them out. goldenbear.net.
For more local radio every day, listen to KCAA.
Thank you for joining us, America. We're glad you are here. Open phones at 888-825-5225. Guys, if you're just tuning in, you need to listen up. We've launched one of the best budget tools in the world. It's called Every Dollar. 400,000 people are already using it after just a little more than a month. It's a little more than a month old. And it's super easy. Now, our tech geeks have worked for 2.5 years. We've spent $3 million building this thing. And your 5-year-old can run this budget. That's how easy it is. I mean, it's free, too, by the way. Everydollar.com. And you can use the best budgeting tool in the world for free. We give it away. Who does that? We do. Now, if you don't have a plan for your money this month, it's the first of the month, and you need to get your Every Dollar budget going, where every dollar has an assignment. Every dollar has a name. Every dollar has a mission. You are in control of your money. You're telling your money what to do. It only takes about 10 minutes, and it's free. And the Apple iPhone app is free as well. Now, you set your budget up and you run your budget on your computer. You can do a little bit of the manipulation from your phone. Well, most of the manipulation from your phone if you have an iPhone. So Android users and others, we're building your apps now. Takes a little while. This is free. And but by the way, your computer, when you set up your Every Dollar budget, it doesn't care what kind of phone you have. So you can use Every Dollar whether you have an iPhone or not. So you don't have to, I'm waiting on the Android app. Well, don't wait on the Android app, silly. You know, you're not using the best budgeting tool in the world because you're waiting on your phone? Really? No, that's silly. So jump over on the computer and get it open and do it right. Now, once you've created your first budget, it's you're going to be able to track your expenses. You're going to be able to, follow along with the baby steps. This thing's going to prompt you. It's going to teach you. It's amazing how powerful this is. So, absolutely fabulous. And so give it a try. Now, if you want to connect to your bank and have all the stuff downloaded from your bank into Every Dollar and it notify you when charges hit, like with your debit card and that kind of thing, the service that we use to connect to your bank, the only service there is, there's only one, charges us per user. So if you choose to do the upgrade to do that, we get charged. So guess what? We're going to charge you for that. But if you don't want to do that, it's fine. Just go to Every Dollar. It's free. It's free. It's free. It's free. Now, I'm getting asked some questions, and there's some fools and tools on the internet that are arguing back and forth about this on Twitter. And I need to kind of straighten it out, and I'm not going to argue with 140 character limitation on my arguments. Because I'm not a fool or a tool that's going to enter this argument with you people. So here's the thing. Question came up. A guy asked me on Twitter. I thought it was an easy answer, but it turned into this silliness that because other people feel like they're experts, which is kind of funny. Is it safe? Why do you say to use a debit card because a credit card is safer? And I tweeted back, no, it's not. If you go to Visa's website, you go to MasterCard's website, your Visa debit card, your MasterCard debit card, has the exact same fraud protections in case of identity theft or fraud or misuse of your card on a debit card as it does a credit card. Exact same. And what those fraud protections are, Visa is an excellent product. They 100% cover you. If someone uses your card number, misuses your card number in some way, steals your identity or fraudulently or accidentally places something on your account, you are not charged, period. You may be charged temporarily, but I mean, there's no loss to you. They 100% have a zero loss to you in both cases. And so this crap has been going around about debit cards since they came out, that they're not as safe as credit cards. And that's just simply not true. Now, if someone takes money on your debit card, it comes out of your account. Then you have to go to your bank, and your bank will put the money back in your account. Because Visa requires, in order for the bank to have a license, a franchise, a process, be a customer of Visa, to offer you Visa, Visa requires that bank to give you that same 100% protection on a debit card. Now, could it take a day or two? Yeah. If it takes any more than that, then I'm going to be up in somebody's grill. And so this idea that it's going to take you 6 months to get your money back or something, that's just a bunch of crap, people. It's just a lie. And the reason I get upset about this lie is it gives people a reason to carry around a credit card. And let me just tell you, nothing good happens when you carry around a credit card. Nothing good happens. Well, I get points back. Yeah, well, I've met with thousands of millionaires. I never met any of them that said I made all my money with my Discover points. Those airline miles, Dave, that put me over the top financially. This is the biggest scam, and you people just show how gullible and naive you are that you fall for this crap. Do you think those points, do you think those airline miles are free? You think you're beating Chase and First Card and Wells Fargo at their game? Are you really that stupid? You really believe that? Come on, guys. I mean, seriously, have a brain. That is so absurd, it's ridiculous. But people get mad and want to fight for the right to run up $100,000 on a credit card or run $100,000 through a credit card to get $1,000 worth of airline tickets. My God, if you would just go to work and work as hard as you work at that, you'd make more than $1,000. You're working so hard at beating some bank at their game that no wonder you have no money. And then get on Twitter and be a fool or a tool and argue with me, America's leading expert on this subject. Now, oh, you're arrogant. I'm not arrogant. I'm America's leading expert on this subject. No one knows as much about this subject as I do. Nobody. Period. I've been doing this 25 years. 10 million people listen to this show every day. You think that's a freaking accident? I'm not going to argue with you on Twitter about this. Period. So here's the deal. Credit cards are stupid. If you use a credit card, it makes you look stupid. Was I unclear? I have 2 debit cards in my pocket, one on my business, one on my personal account. I have 2 other pieces of plastic in my pocket, my driver's license and my handgun carry permit. That's what's in my pocket, other than cash. That's it. That's all. And one guy tweeted and said, well, what about millionaires? I run around with multimillionaires. A couple of them use a credit card, and they usually look at me kind of ashamed when they're using it, going, I know this is stupid, but I just do it anyway. And the rest of them use debit cards. I've got lots of friends that I run with that are in the circle of friends that I run with that are $10, $20, $50 million net worths, and they don't use credit cards, people. Most of them, they're old guys like me. I'm 55. They use cash just because they kind of like the feel of it. You know? And so, you know, if you want to be middle class, do what a bunch of middle class people do. Lease your stupid car, carry a credit card, and keep your student loan around as long as you think it's a pet. Then you'll be middle class the rest of your life because that's what you are. That's the habits you've engaged in. There's no shame in that. But don't sit and argue with multimillionaires about how to handle money. It makes you look stupid because you are when you do that. So I carry debit cards. They're just as safe as credit cards. No, I don't get points. Whoopee. Whoopee. So far, it hadn't held me back financially. Don't be silly. It's ridiculous, you guys. So it's a pretty simple thing. I mean, if you want to use a credit card, that's fine. I'm not going to be mad at you. But don't argue with me about it because it makes you look dumb. It really does. Well, that puts this hour in the books, finally. Thanks to Blake Thompson, our producer extraordinaire. James, our executive producer, I guess we should say. James Childs is our producer, and he's vacating. Kelly Daniels, our associate producer and phone screener. I'm Dave Ramsey, your host, and we'll be back.
You're on board KCAA's Inland Talk Express. KCAA, Loma Linda, 1050 AM, the station that leaves no listener behind.